Okay, video's not working, but that's okay. How's everybody doing? Supreme Leader, good to see you today. I knew you were going to be here, but still good to see you. Hello, Ort, it's you again. Welcome back. We are just working on fixing this wonderful thing that is not working in the slightest. So we're just going to swap to window capture. Some games work really great, others don't. There we go. All right, now you guys can see. Okay, so this is Star Wars: The Old Republic. I have not played in like a really long time. So we started playing this. It would have been a while ago, probably back in June, and we played this. For anyone who's familiar with Star Wars, I'm just gonna use blank terms. If you have any questions about it, please ask them. I love talking about Star Wars, so I will talk your ear off happily. So we started this Sith build, which basically, for those of you who don't know, this is a game where you create your own character in the Star Wars universe. You choose which side you want to align with and what class, and it follows a class story. We just beat our class story, and then we logged off. I believe now we need to do... Well, that's a personal mission, I guess. So we can actually abandon this one, which is what we're going to do. Oh, we don't have a high enough level. So we're going to have to do level grinding today. Which means we're going to go around doing quests and trying just our absolute best to get to our next level. I don't have a water with me. Supreme Leader, if you are listening right now, if you could get me a water. I already put my cup away, but if you could get me a new cup out of the cabinet, add some ice, not much, just a little ice, and then fill it up with water, that would be amazing. Please and thank you. You need to be level 50, I think. Alright, sounds good. I can do that. That's not hard. Last time we played, I believe, I was left on pretty decent terms with most of my companions. A couple of them are mad at me, I think. Just because I didn't follow through with what they wanted me to. We are on the dark side scale currently, at darkness 1. However, I think we're going to start leaning more into our dark side as time goes on, because the dark side starts to make a little more sense the longer you live in it, I guess. I don't know. Water coming up. Be right back. All right, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. So what we're going to do to spend some time here is we need to go find a wonderful place to be. Wherever that is, I don't know yet. I guess my last planet will probably have the highest levels, which would have been Corellia, which we're still kind of too low of a level for, so maybe that's a bad idea. Let's see, so if we have level 44, right? Corellia, yeah, this isn't the right place to be. I don't think Corellia is the place, man. So outside of Corellia, we could go to a different place. Balmora and Alderaan. Might be Balmora is better than... Let me double check. No, that's actually worse. I'm trying to remember the progression. Where do you go from before Corellia? Would have been Quesh? No. I mean, Quesh has a decent level, at least. Not what I'm looking for. Belsavis. That's the one. This is the one. we're trying to find a place that will give us the most XP possible. So I think we got our place. Alright, I hear footsteps outside of my door. So I'm assuming the water is out there. If it is, I'll slide over there and grab it, but we'll just wait a second. So I can't really remember much about Belsavis. I just remember it's a place. Okay, I remember it kind of vaguely, a little bit of remembrance here. It's a prison planet, designed just for all the galactic scum of the galaxy, basically. The idea was great until the prisoners started to break out. Once the prisoners got out, it was kind of a worthless planet to anybody. It was basically Australia. Early days Australia, basically. When the British decided, oh yeah, let's just use that as our prison island. And then when the prisoners decided, you know what, we want to be free, and then rioted and basically, I guess, ran the British off the island. I don't know a whole lot about Australian history, but I seem to remember that being the case. Story arc. I'll take it.
Iperum, chin nampa al adam, neknikam, laporam amga, mamninikag.
It oversees all operations on Belsavis and requires your presence immediately.
Now you've got my undivided attention.
Thank you. Okay. So we have a mission. Outside of that mission, I suppose there's another mission I could repeat there, and then there's one down here as well. Let me double check that this isn't a flashpoint. Flashpoints, yeah, it's a flashpoint. We can't do that one then. That's okay. Let me check my inventory. Okay.
Please use all products only as intended.
We're gonna repair everything and then sell the junk.
Be well.
We have a lot of items. I'm trying to decide what all needs to be sold and what doesn't. Open this. Take all. Hey, we have a helmet again. I'll take it. Okay. And then we'll keep these as well. Okay.
Do you require medical attention?
Ah, interesting.
Be well.
Oh, I'm close to reaching the credit cap. Okay. That's fine.
Please use all products only as intended.
I'm not really scared of reaching the credit cap because it's really not hard to do. And I don't spend credits on anything if I'm truthful. Thank you for the lore report. I appreciate it. Welcome back, Supreme Leader.
Approach. You have garnered the attention of my master, the Emperor. He foresees you performing great deeds on Belsavis, and he sends this message. Do not disappoint him.
People call me Lord. You should as well.
The Imperial Guard speak with the Emperor's command. We bow to no other. That said, welcome to Belsavis. This planet holds the Republic's dirtiest secret. A maximum security prison, home to the galaxy's most depraved convicts. We've come to free them. Specifically, the Dread Masters. Elder Sith who could change the course of the war.
There's nothing like a good old-fashioned prison break.
Belsavis is no playground. We've already deployed special operations groups to free the Elder Sith. They freed prisoners and sparked riots. but during the chaos, we lost contact with all 5 teams.
That's a
You
bummer.
will need to re-establish contact, and, if necessary, relaunch the operation to free the Dread Masters.
Okay.
Springing these Sith won't be easy. I can try,
It's not
but
quite
no
what I meant.
promises.
The Emperor is taking a personal interest in this operation. I suggest you do more than try. The shuttle will drop you at the last known location of Operations Group 5. Find Lord Medicius. Help him fan the flames of the riot. Minimum
Okay.
resources, maximum results. That's how we avoid disappointing the Emperor.
You act like I want to disappoint the Emperor. Dude's so disrespectful. So rude. Okay. Let's see. I forgot to turn on our music. I might turn that on in a little bit. I don't know. Just depends on a couple of factors. I got hit with copyright
Beg
earlier,
pardon, my lord.
so...
Agent Brandis at your service. The Imperial Guard requests your immediate attention.
My lord, a pleasure.
Another one?
Congratulations are due for your dealings with Darth Ekage. I am Commander Vorel of the Imperial Guard. Your deeds have drawn the eye of my master, the Emperor. He calls on you for a vital assignment.
So yesterday I swapped music to use Ludwig and Jay Schlatt's new music that they came out with. And I got hit with copyright claims only for their Nintendo based sounds, so not their public domain recordings and stuff. So I don't know if I'm able to fix that or not. From my understanding, they said it was free to use, so I'm gonna try to dispute it. We'll see what happens. Oh well.
Your master hasn't spoken in some time, Commander.
Of course, my lord. I was speaking metaphorically. Agent Brandis, the briefing.
Yes, Commander. As you
Take
know,
off my
the Rakata
shoes.
built Belsavis's prison. They're gone, but their technology remains buried in the planet. At 0700 hours, we located the Rakata machinery that powers Belsavis. Its immediate recovery is the Empire's top priority.
I can't wait till they bring the Rakata into canon, because we really could use it. There's a lot of deep lore there that they just haven't covered in canon because of how complicated it gets, but also it's tough to build a new story off of characters that aren't so beloved, because people aren't getting attached to them anymore. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping somebody will do it.
Even the most powerful superweapon can be ground to shrapnel by the dark side.
That is precisely why the Rakata fused their technology with the Force. Once secured, the Empire will use the Rakata technology to construct a massive research station in Belsavis's image. From this second Belsavis, we will harness and perfect the Rakata's might. But first, you must help me claim their technology.
Can you actually duplicate an entire planet?
In spirit, yes, though our station will make Belsavis pale in comparison. Join me at Site 2 of the Republic's domination experiments. We will discuss your involvement further.
Okay.
There you have it. Be careful. The Rakata tech has done something awful to the alien prisoners there.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not an alien. All aliens can just, like, I guess die. I don't care. I'm human. Why should I care? I'm joking for the most part. I mean, truthfully, who cares? They're aliens. But unpopular opinion, I guess. Might be seen as a little insensitive, I don't know.
It's a relief to see you here, my lord. Don't mind the troops sulking. Being reduced to cannon fodder isn't sitting well with them. This prison is far more dangerous than we originally thought, and far older. Many of these vaults were constructed thousands of years before the Republic came. Imagine the secrets inside.
I doubt whoever built those vaults just filled them with loot.
Yes, the contents of these vaults tend to be more dangerous than valuable, as we've discovered. We've been blasting open the older vaults in hopes that whatever horrors were locked away might turn on the Republic guards. In
Oh,
one
that sounds
vault,
like
we
a great
discovered
idea.
ancient war droids. Ungrateful wretches that vaporized my men on the spot. Now they're on the warpath.
And you want me to destroy them?
Actually, no.
Oh.
Those droids properly controlled would be invaluable. However, our reprogramming spikes need to be inserted manually. I've lost
That's an
30 men
oversight.
trying to dominate the ancient droids. Validating in a way, but these massacres are crippling us. I need your help uploading those spikes.
There may yet be a way to recover from your blunder.
Once installed, the spikes are designed to make the droids target only people wearing Republic Guard uniforms. Until then, though, those droids will be extremely hostile. If they get you in their sights, they won't let up. And they don't miss.
And they don't miss. You don't say, Sergeant Coram. You don't say. You fit in the Empire perfectly. Oh, was that for my alien remark? I don't regret saying it, really. Some aliens are not created equal, let's just be honest.
Welcome, my lord. I assumed Commander Callum sent you to help. I'm Lord Medicius, leader of Operations Group 5. We started this riot by arming prisoners and pointing them at their Republic captors. But our primary goal is to extract certain inmates held deep within the prison.
I don't mind aliens as long as they speak basic. I'm in a similar boat. Certain ones I can handle, but if they're like, for example, if it's a Cellcath, they're inferior. If it's a Wookiee, I might be able to get by with it. Wookiees are okay. I'm nostalgic about them.
Commander Callum said they were Sith
Well,
Lords.
hello there.
Correct. The Dread Masters. They can reach out through the Force and pierce their enemies with terror. Whole armadas surrender to them without firing a shot. The Republic claimed the Dread Masters were killed in the last war. Returning them to the field would be a crowning achievement.
That has possibility.
Free the Dread Masters, and you'll find much to your advantage. Unfortunately, the Republic's moved them to the deep prison. Meanwhile, the Warden brought in a hard-headed off-world enforcer, Ellis Ruger. He's here to close our exit corridor. If the Republic isn't stopped, they'll retake this landing zone. Without an exit, our prison break will fail.
Chewbacca and the Wookiee in Book of Boba Fett are the only Wookiees I like. That's fair. That's fair.
Don't give an inch of ground to the Republic.
We're trying, but the prison guards aren't helping matters. They're hiding behind force fields, and they've just deployed mechanical peacekeepers. These Warden droids have enough firepower to incapacitate a small army. The rioters are losing hope, but we can reignite their rage. Destroy enough droids and the convicts will smell blood. They'll practically defend our landing zone for us.
When the convicts witness my strength, they'll throw themselves before every droid left standing.
Crush the Warden droids beneath the might of the Force. Inspire the rioters' confidence, and they'll gladly fight our enemy for us.
I'm going to turn down the audio here. It's just a little bit loud, specifically voice volume. I'm going to try to put it at 90, roundabout. So what we're going to do today is just a little bit of grind to work, not a ton. Just a little. I guess since I'm here, also I could put in a little bit of money. I can't put it in this one. Do I have a non-personal vault? I don't think they have a legacy vault here. That's okay.
At your service, my lord. Travel route is confirmed.
Alright. So, I don't know what in the world we're doing, but we're going for it. I guess I probably should put on my XP boost. But once we get that, that'll be great. So, destroy warden droids and reprogram ancient war droids. And then speak to Commander Vorel, wherever they are. Actually, I don't know. Both sons are born. High security section. I have no idea where that is. Okay, it's down there. Easy. Actually, pretty easy to get to. Okay. So XP. Boom. We have that for 3 hours. That should last me the stream, which is great to me.
Experiments the Republic's been conducting. Xenophobia, genocidal conditioning. I can hardly believe it.
I know it's ghastly, unethical.
You know, I had this same idea years ago.
Wait, what?
Yes. I didn't have the backing or the resources to pursue it, but the hypotheses were there. Never imagined the Republic would beat me to it. Didn't think they had it in them.
Well, okay then. We're going to take this quest too.
Belsavis isn't safe to travel alone, but if you got this far, maybe you could help. I'm
Dude,
Captain
I'm a
Van
Sith.
Dorn,
Come
head
on.
of Operations Group 4. We just unleashed enough vicious alien prisoners to keep the Republic busy for months.
I do
Then
look
we hit a
bored out of
hiccup.
his mind.
The alien gangs went berserk, attacking Imperial and Republic alike. We need to restore order, ASAP.
A mob of prisoners shouldn't be too hard to control.
Operations Group 4 can handle anything. My team's out there now, beating the bushes and... Excuse me. Captain Van Dorn speaking. Dead? All of them? No, that's impossible. Well, stop blabbering and... Sergeant? Sergeant! The alien gangs have wiped out Operations Group 4. We've lost control of this wing.
Where the military falls, Captain, a Sith will triumph.
Belsavis twisted these aliens into savage killers. Your lightsabers just what they deserve. Carve up their top gangs and make the aliens fear us. Then we'll be able to evacuate the Dread Masters.
Stay here and secure the outpost. Leave the prisoners to me.
Thank you. Gun for the Gamorreans, Anomids, and Gand. They're the fiercest scum of the bunch. Kill enough members of each gang, and they'll learn to respect the Empire.
Dude, that was not even, like, hidden... That was not even, like, hidden, alien, hate. That was all very much intentional. Okay. That's wonderful. Truly wonderful. I was listening to NF rapping and I just love this line. You say you're doing work, but you're asking where the couch at. How you doing work when you're asking where the couch at? Honestly, that is probably one of his best lines. I also like one of the other ones where he says, you sniff lines, I write lines. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then you clearly just don't know. Which is okay. But it is a beautiful... It is a beautiful, rap there. It's a good one, too. audio still isn't... This game's just loud all of a sudden, I don't know. Put at 45 for now. Okay, just gotta kill a couple more of these dudes. I locked onto this guy. Okay. Since I killed them all pretty easily, it's not a problem. But still. Okay, where's the other piece of equipment? Ah, there it is.
You're not dead.
Ah, thank you for reminding me. I need somebody in real life to follow me around and tell me that I'm not dead. Like, I forget sometimes. The lines are so dumb. Honestly, her character was not written very well. Like, I went with the dark side version of her, as you know, which literally is just filled with, like, blood is the only way kind of dialogue there. Like, paint the skies red kind of stuff there. I don't get it. Maybe the writing is so genius nobody can understand it yet, but it's pretty bad. Yeah, that's what I need to get to. Yes, okay. I'm not bothered too much by that, but most of the bad lines are also used for the light side. What? Really? There's even worse lines than the ones I'm talking about? Or are they just also shared, like... jeez. It's like... They wanted to write this character, right? And then they just didn't do it all the way. It was just a halfway done job. It's like, oh yeah, this is kind of the basics of what we want her to say. And then they forgot to, like, flesh out the dialogue a little bit more. I don't know, it's strange. I still need to come through here and play and see what light Jasa is, because I've been meaning to. I don't know if I'll do it on or off stream, so I just don't have time to play this game as much as I'd like to. But it would be kind of fun. Okay, all Gamorrean equipment is gone, so we just need to go up there for the last one. However, I'm wanting to go down here and see what's going on. Okay, they destroyed that. That's fine. That is just fine, actually, because I will run away. And I'll tell you to actually be passive here in a minute. Light-sided version makes more sense because there's no transition for her, pretty much. Okay. That does make sense. Like, for her character in general, she's very much a pacifist, and then all of a sudden it's just like a switch flips in her because you expose that her master wasn't really who she thought he was, and so that just makes her like lose control or something. And so then she just snaps into this dark fit of rage, seeking blood at every turn. And it's like, what? Where is the sanity in this? It doesn't do a good job of making sure that the Sith are painted in a fair light, I feel like. The Sith are always painted with this, like, aspect where it's always them talking about, oh yes, blood, death, pain. It's like that one line from How to Train Your Dragon, where they're talking about blood or whatever, and then Hiccup just goes, pain, I love it. It's just like, everybody that always talks about pain, it's just like, dude, just stop. You sound so sadistic, but without any purpose. I think most of it is you say the Sith don't hide who they are. Well, that's the problem. Here, there's just so much wrong with the way they have it set up, I feel like, in this story at least.
Tell me about the Rakata technology. I will give you a count of 3. 1, 2. My lord, come in. Welcome to the domination experiments. The Republic erected this site. The crazed alien inmates here were their test subjects.
Narwata! Inside Kanish! Help! Data!
That wasn't even an alien.
The Rakata technology we seek causes this madness. First it broke the prisoners, then it drove the Republic scientists insane. Such is the power of the Rakata.
Only the feeble-minded would succumb to such madness.
Few are as strong-willed as you and I. Meet Dr. Nia, Republic xenobiologist, overseer of these domination experiments.
I discovered the Builder's glory, but you were jealous, called up my tests barbaric. Now look at yourself drowning in the seas of
Rakata madness poisoned him. Somehow he infected his colleagues. They became cruel shadows of Belsavis's architects.
Builders chose me genius, brilliant, they say, to proliferate their magnificence. And she is tired of suppressing opinion and all that, so she chooses blood. Hey, I mean, part of it is fair, but some of that is just a little bit, I don't know, it's just strange.
Is someone speaking to you now?
Ricardo, they showed me their
Near
past.
possesses the Rakata's secrets. He agreed to assist our recovery.
I need my research because the public morons unleashed my test subjects. They're impeding
The
scientific
domination
progress.
experiments are in chaos. Without order, our mission cannot proceed. Bring the experiments under control, and Dr. Nia can lead us to the Rakata technology. Then we will build our second Belsavis.
Trust the madman if you wish, but if he disappoints, it'll be your head.
I have complete faith in the Doctor, my lord. Confer with our allies. When the domination experiment is ours, rendezvous with my strike team. They will prep the technology's extraction. Now go. For the Empire.
I think it's kind of like, I want to be as far away from the Jedi as possible, but it is weird. Yeah, it would have been more of a... It wouldn't have been that drastic, I don't think.
My lord, the Empire cannot survive without the strength
Jurassic
of the Sith to rest
of a
on.
change,
I'm
sorry.
sure you've heard of the
Had the wrong
Republic's
word.
so-called domination experiments. Alien pitted against alien to see who's the strongest. The experiments collapsed when the prison break started, and the aliens scattered. But the esteemed Darth Fastus has sent me to resume the trials.
What is Darth Fastus's interest in the domination trials?
Darth Fastus wants to gather enough aliens to resume and improve the experiments, using genetic modification to create the perfect alien fighters. Problem is, the freed aliens have split into gangs, and they're not fond of the idea of being experimented on.
Well, you are also you. Well, it's like, to my opinion is more so, she just, like, dropped everything. It wasn't even just like she dropped away the Jedi principles. She just drops Jedi principles. And then just goes, you know what? Screw the Republic too. And then she also goes and just decides, you know what? Let's just accept the Sith doctrine as well here, and just, you know what? Murder, it's heavily smiled upon. I feel like this is a good idea. We should do more murdering. It's like, okay. Oh well. I just don't feel like it was a realistic portrayal of what would happen in this situation, that's all. But then again, it is a fantasy game in a fantasy universe. It just doesn't fit psychology, I guess. It's like the rebellious phase. True.
If they're not saying yes, then you're not asking right.
I said the aliens weren't fond of the experiments. That was only mostly true. We had one group interested, Gamorrean gang, the Fire Eaters. Their leader, Kazak Hearn, had agreed to help round up the other aliens when the other gangs joined against him and captured his lieutenants. We can't restart the experiments without his help, and he won't help unless his lieutenants are freed. Want to go show some aliens the Empire's power?
I'll tell you more about it later. There is a lot more lore to her than meets the eye. Okay. I'll have to hear about it at some point.
I have a few moments I can spare.
Appreciate it. I simply don't have the manpower to take on all these gangs. Kazak Hearn's lieutenants are scattered throughout the old experiment grounds. They'll be
Hey,
under
look,
heavy
Admiral's
guard,
playing
so be
Hollow
careful.
Knight. Okay, let's go free the Fire Eater lieutenants, which are up here somewhere. Somewhere nearby at that. You know what, let's just get on the bike and it'll be a little bit faster. Not much, just a little. Yo, that guy is so cool. Yeah, totally.
Slow me now.
Okay. How many do we need to save? 3? Okay, I can do that. Man just runs in fear. The name like Fire Eater, you'd think they wouldn't be so scared, but apparently they are. Okay, return the major lock. We can do that. We're just gonna get as many levels as we can done here until we get to level 50. And then once we're level 50, we can maybe start Crystal Ball. I think that's what I have to do. I don't think I've done that one yet.
The Fire Eater lieutenants are free.
Yes, so I've heard. Excellent news. Except for one small complication. Kazakh Ern's control over his Fire Eaters wasn't as strong as we presumed. A faction has rebelled and is attacking Kazakh's forces. The Fire Eaters are no use to us if they wipe each other out.
Are we sure we want these guys for the domination experiments?
Believe it or not, their vicious unpredictability is an asset. I hate to ask another thing of you, but I want our full weight behind Kazakh Ern. The rebelling Gamorreans must be defeated.
I will take care of that.
Thank you very much. You're a credit to the Empire.
You can just get somebody else's gloves. Okay, sure.
Stop slacking.
Yeah, just on the wrong button. Okay. So we gotta go down there somehow. Sharp right. And there's some rebelling Gamorreans down here, I guess. Looks like they might be behind this building. Yeah. Gotta figure out how to get in there. Okay, there's a lot of these guys. I am not going the right way in the slightest. But it'll give us XP, so... Okay. Whoa. That yawn hurt. There are multiple endings I have to get. Yep. Lots of endings. There's like 4 or 5 endings, I believe, and then there's, and then you should be done. There's the entrance.
You're not dead.
I'm letting you know now, I will be looking up the how to get the different endings. That's okay. That one's expected. Jeez. I don't know where my yawn is coming from, but it is present. Okay. Okay. What is TP back there? Domination outpost. Okay. That would be right here.
It was quite a fight.
Yes, Kazo Kern has just made contact with us. His gang is eager for revenge, and those who remain are extremely loyal. We'll have the experiments up and running again in no time. The Empire... No, I cannot thank you enough for your help.
Thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it, Supreme. That got me a little bit of XP, but not a ton. Our best bet now would be going to the Imperial Command Post again. So I'm just gonna do is quick travel over there. I really need to start making that stream playlist for music, because I haven't gotten around to it, and I really should. Well, there's one of our supply boxes that we need to take out. Okay. All the boxes are destroyed. We just need to kill like a couple more of these guys and we're done. There we go.
I'll taste your blood.
Okay, she's back to being insane. I mean, to each their own, sure, why not? I mean, when has cannibalism ever gone wrong? But, yeesh. I'll eat your blood. Yes, because that's a wonderful idea.
Those alien gangs will think twice before attacking the Empire again.
I hope you kicked a few of them while they were down. The alien inmates are right where we want them, bruised, broken, and terrified of the Empire. But if I know criminals, they'll be back to their old tricks soon. We'd better ensure their wounds stay raw, but we don't have the manpower that disciplinary action takes.
What's stopping you from flooding this wing with Imperials?
Not enough resources. There's only one solution, a revolting one. Recruit aliens to enforce order. The aliens here are mostly slack-jawed brutes, except the Trandoshans. They follow a strict warrior's code of honor and competition. The fools even worship a goddess, some scorekeeper they think rewards honor. Devotions carve them into fanatics. Now they roam this wing, hunting dangerous prey.
These Trandoshans are useless if they won't swear loyalty to the Empire.
They'll honor an agreement, but standard diplomacy won't work. We must appeal to their thirst for competition. Trandoshans can't resist a worthy foe. They'll fear you, but the chance to kill a mighty Sith will prove too tempting. Challenge their leader to a duel. Demand that if you win, his entire pack serves as the Empire's enforcers. They'll be honor-bound to obey.
The Trandoshans will soon obey the Empire.
Thank you. The sooner we lock this wing down, the better. The Trandoshans built their fortress inside a vault. Storm the place and challenge their leader. Make the scaly thugs bow to the Empire.
Wow. Okay. So we need to get way out there. Okay. So I need to go over here, which would be... Best bet would be Imperial Lodgement. I'm gonna be right back here in a second. I just needed to take care of something really fast. Something I forgot to do earlier. However, it won't take me long. So sit tight. I just gotta feed my cat, and I guess I'll get some extra water. Because I forgot to do that. Alright, be right back, guys. Okay, I have no words on why my head is so washed out all of a sudden. That's... Let me just turn off my light. I think that'll fix it. That's a little bit not good either. Let me try turning off this light. Okay, and then if I turn this down... There we go. That's much better, isn't it? I like it. Okay. So we're playing in the dark now. Kind of. What we want to do is we want to go to reprogram ancient war droids and destroy warden droids and reprogram war droids. There's a lot of reprogramming going on. Okay, I'm still appearing really washed out because of the light. Okay. To fix that, we're gonna do some on-the-fly color adjusting. Give me a second. It's not on. Yeah, it's not on. Oh, okay, there we go. Turn that sucker back up. Okay. Put the saturation down a little. And what I want to do is, can I... We're gonna roll with this for now. We'll see how that goes. That should make it a little bit better. It's still very bright. Maybe if I get out of such a bright area, that'll help. That snow reflecting all the light back isn't helping, I'm sure. Okay. Just want to make sure I get in the right area here. So somewhere in here that I need to find some kind of droid.
Stop slacking.
Oh, the lag. I'm getting so much server lag right now. And war droids are up top. Easy. Maybe. Okay, a little more lag than what I was expecting. Well, this server is just broke. Maybe there's a mission item. Yeah, that's what I needed. There we go.
You're not dead.
Huh. Don't know why he was still showing up as an enemy, but whatever. Yeah, there's some droids up here that I gotta destroy as well. Why are they still attacking? I can't get out. There we go. The game is so glitched right now. This is not going the way I was hoping.
Let's get back to work.
Okay. The warden droid. There it is. I just gotta kill 3 of these and then we're done.
It's going to be a free-for-all inside this prison. Unpredictable, volatile, desperate. I can't wait.
You're a little bit scary, you know that? Okay. Well, that took care of that. So it's got to reprogram the ancient war droids some more. To do that, they're going to be around this side. I can just get out of their range, so I don't have to worry about fighting them. That would be great. Okay. What do you mean target's not an enemy?
You're not dead.
They're all showing up as friendlies, but for whatever reason, I don't get it. Okay. That's fine. I do like hands-free driving, I gotta say. It's the last one.
Stop slacking.
Okay. Not there. So we need to go back here. So let's go to Imperial Lodgement. That'll get some of our work done, I suppose. So what we're doing is we're grinding for XP. And I believe I got it here. Should have some here and then I
Droids
have
appear to have
another
lost
level
interest in
XP
us.
coming up.
No doubt they're hunting down their new prey. Now the Republic can enjoy being slaughtered by these antiquated tools of destruction. I'm in your debt.
Be careful about what you set loose in the future.
Wise
Just
words.
don't want to mess with it.
I don't think I have the manpower to suffer another incident like this. Now that those droids aren't shooting us anymore, we may be able to deactivate a few and study them more closely. In time, we may even be able to replicate their technology. Belsavis is more intriguing than I feared.
Hey, we learned new level ups, did we? No, we didn't. I was misreading the room. Or more so the map than anything else. Hello there.
The Warden droids are no more. I hope the rioters took note.
Have no fear. Thousands of prisoners already move against the droids. More devotees follow your footsteps every minute. Many have died in the process, but that's normal.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Then I have a powerful ally indeed. The Warden droids were meant to be the equal of 20 prisoners. Still, we need more convicts on our side. Turn this mob into an army and the Republic will be permanently occupied. An army begins with generals. We must provide the prisoners with the leadership they require.
There's no way I'm commanding this herd of Minocs.
That would waste our time and your talent. Leaders already exist. We simply must wake them up. There's a carbonite storage facility in the intake yards, full of frozen convicts. Some were rebellion leaders, others simply murdered every guard they found. We need both persuasions.
Sounds fast and easy. Leave their rescue to me.
Excellent. I've taken measures to maximize the benefits of this operation.
Oh.
Prisoner, what of your mission into the Carbon Gallery?
The crisis response unit ambushed us. I got away. Only me.
Excellent. Ruger took the bait. Now you can free the frozen prisoners and wipe out the crisis response unit all at once.
Okay,
I will be there soon.
Destroy the guards and defrost the prisoners. They'll turn this riot into an organized army. Then we'll have safe passage to extract the Dread Masters.
Okay, so to do this one. Let's see. Yeah. I don't believe there's anything left for me here. That'll give me XP at least. We're at level 45 though, so that's a little bit better. We need to be at level 50 in order to do everything I need to do though. Oh, I missed the transport. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my other screen. Okay, let's stop here first, again. And I guess we will fight the Trandoshians. Or is that the Carbon Gallery? It could very well be both, I don't know. Although this one down here is Carbon Gallery, so this one's something else. This is, Trandoshan. I'm assuming it is anyway. Alright. Okay, that's a far distance. But I'm hoping that it will at least be worth it. See, all kinds just follow the path and hope for the best. Yeah, I didn't really think through playing this game today. I just knew I wanted to play it because we've been playing Hollow Knight every Wednesday for the past, like 6 or 7 weeks, I think, something like that. And I really should be playing other games than just the same 3. So I decided, you know what, let's play Star Wars: The Old Republic. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that I still needed to grind for the levels, which isn't a huge problem in and of itself. The problem lies with how long that takes and how boring it is. And this one is just one of those boring moments, unfortunately. However, I know for next time not to do this. Okay, I'm hoping the Trandoshans are over here somewhere. So I had to stray off the path. So I'm assuming they're going to be up here in the mountains. Or around about there. Now looks like I have to take a right here, but it's a little bit of a weird place. Although there are Trandoshans. There we go. Oh, you sent me a YouTube link, now I'm worried. Okay, let me just... I can't listen to this, because of copyright on stream. However, I can mute it, and I can watch it. I can mute the audio for you guys, and I can listen to it. We'll see how this goes. You should be fine 10 seconds in. Okay. Okay. Then we'll watch it briefly. Let's see. This one here. Okay. Here we go. You ready for this? I don't know if I am, but we're about to find out.
Today, we're gonna mic this guy up like he's in the NFL. No, this is gonna be really tough. You think you're up for the challenge? I am. You have to go in to the grill section of Home Depot or Lowe's, wherever we go, and you have to talk to a worker, and you have to somehow incorporate smoking meats into the conversation 20 times. Pretend like you're talking to Dylan about smoking meats. What would you say?
Can I help you? My family really is into these smoking meats.
Your family's into smoking meats?
Yeah, so.
Pretty good right there. If you just get to the end of the conversation, you're at like 12. Just keep saying
smoking meat, smoking meat, smoking meat, smoking meat.
I do that. I can't wait for this. I can't wait for this. All right, let's mic him up. We have this little microphone right here. He's gonna have his phone in his back pocket. We're gonna hide this as best we can. We might have to put.
So their dad is awesome. First off, like just the fact that he's willing to participate in all these videos with them and act silly and all that. That's great. That's awesome.
Some tape on your chest hair. Just to rubbing his chest hair going, excuse me. Smoking meat. Smoking. Gotta bust out the tape.
Look at that mic
Gonna get all
in your
the
pockets.
tape.
You got plenty of those because this man's wearing cargo shorts. You know what? Show us. See if we can find it.
For a grill, I really wanted to smoke meat. Are you wearing a wire?
Are you wearing a wire?
It sounds pretty good. That's gonna take a little ibuprofen. He's already got a headache thinking about how many times he's gonna say smoking meat. Come on, get your keys, Dad. Let's go. Oh yeah, get your mask. Everybody get your masks on. 20 times, Dad.
My wife's gonna be so happy.
20 times.
Just to clarify the rules, it has to be the same worker that you say smoking meats to 20 times.
How do I get selected?
20
for
times.
You have to.
That's
find
a
way to
lot.
do it. If you gotta make up a song, you gotta make up a song.
Smoke
All
meat,
right?
smoke meat, smoke meat, smoke meat. I didn't lose a bet or anything.
Of course, Lowe's is jumping right now. Glistening in the sun. Then we gotta get to the indoor section. So, Dad, how are you? How you feeling now that we're in here?
Pretty weird.
Pretty weird. I think me and Dylan are gonna stake out kind of over here under this nice gazebo. All right. So let's get that recording started. Go ahead and press record. We're going.
Here we go.
Lowe's at it. I'm going in.
Yeah, do you know about these grills over here? I'm looking for something for smoking meats. Anything to smoke meats on? I mean, this says smoke meats. Is that for like?
You can do it on this.
Okay. Oh, this isn't a smoker
No.
for smoked meats?
No.
I'm just looking for something for smoked meats. My wife really likes smoked meats. I see this great big one over here. It says smoker on it, but I don't know if that's for smoked meats or.
What kind of meats are you gonna be doing?
Oh, you know, steaks, chicken, fish. What do you prefer for
smoking all the
smoked meats? I
meats.
mean, Electra does better with smoked meats than gas. I wouldn't have guessed that for smoked meat. Do you have a smoker?
No.
Don't you? I didn't know they had electric for smoked meats. Oh, this one I wasn't thinking for smoked meat. So for smoked meats, would you?
Man
actually
is a
just put something
master
down
at
here?
this.
Yeah, this is for the pellets.
They have smoked meat pellets or something.
I am
like that.
really white on
That's gas
camera.
for smoked meats or smoked meat.
Is it just you and your wife, or?
Family would come over. Kids, they like smoked meat.
Oh, I'm being
No problem.
attacked.
We're just looking at smoked meat. You say these would
Hold on.
take less time to do this?
Hold on.
Depending on how thick the smoked meat is. Still
I'm
does the same
okay.
thing for smoked meat. For smoked meat, this one's one of the better ones. But is this just for smoked meat? For smoked meat, you just...
You'd have to use the pellet.
Okay.
Okay, that's for smoked meat. Oh, wow, a lot of decisions.
There you
Smoked
go.
meat, get the smoked meat, $2.49 for smoked meat.
Dude's going
Do you guys
above
know
and
about
beyond
smoked meats?
here.
Do you guys do these or? What smoked meat's getting popular, man? Everyone's doing it. Smoked
30.
meat, smoked meat, smoked meats. It's expensive, man, for smoked meats. Smoked meats. You guys have an experience with electric for smoked meats or smoked meats? I'd like to see the smoked meat. I don't know if you have smoked meats in there or you don't.
Yeah.
You cook other things in there besides smoked meat. Smoked
Man's
meat?
went double.
Yeah, plenty of these in stock for smoked meats. These are, if this is kind of geared for smoked meat.
You don't want to use that.
For smoked meats, okay. Do you have an indoor for smoked meats or no? I guess an oven. I think I'm gonna go with this electric one for smoked meat. So you think one of these two would be the best for smoked meat?
Like this one, you can download the app on your smokemeat.com.
What's it called? Like smokemeat.com or smokemeat? There's an app for smoked meats. I'll be doggone. Let me get my wife, will bring her over, get a cart and load these up. But all right, we were just singing a song last night, smoked meat, smoked meat, smoked meat. All right, thanks a lot. All right, see ya.
Do you think you got it?
Oh, yeah.
Smoked meat pellets. You had a whole group of people over there talking about smoked meats. Back home?
The man is insane.
Brutal. Just wire off me. Let's tally them up. How many times you said smoked meats?
Looking for something for smoking meats. Anything to smoke meats on. Great big one over here. It says smoker on it. I don't know if that's for smoked meats or steaks, chicken, fish. Take less time to do the smoked meats versus that. Or wood chips. Still does the same thing for smoked meats. There's an app for smoked meats. I'll be doggone.
I'll be doggone. I'll be doggone.
Smoked meat, smoked meat, smoked meat.
How many is it?
54.
You said smoked meats 54 times. My wife and I are singing this.
Smoking meat, smoking meat, smoking meat. He thought you were insane. I heard you say, let me grab my cart, move back over. You like out of there.
Oh my god.
Let me get away from smoked meat, guys.
You blew 20 out of the water. Do you like smoking meats? Smokemeats.com. Smokemeats.com.
That was interesting. That was definitely interesting. Not the not their best video, for sure. Not their best video, but they the fact that he put in the fact that he could say that 50 times in one sentence, not one sentence, but one conversation, that alone was impressive to me, I think. He's gonna be a celebrity. At least before long. I got one more Trandoshan to kill here. Smoked meat. Smoked meats. I don't know if he could have said it anymore, honestly. Like, he maximized the opportunity there. Oh, now I have to go into the vault. Okay. I wasn't really planning on that, but that's okay, I guess. Probably can get through here. Oh, they got me. Okay, just try not to die.
Stop slacking.
Who am I locked onto? Nobody, okay. I could slip past all of them, and now I gotta kill all of them. You can do all you want, but no matter what, I think genocide is the only option in this game, really. Alright, time to kill all Trandoshans. I'm not gonna bother picking up all this stuff because there's just nothing of value on them. He actually might have something of value. Fake identity document. Heck yeah, I'll take it. I would love a fake ID. Almost got them all. Just gotta kill like one more after this. Okay, we'll go after this guy up here then. Then find the leader, which is somewhere in here, I'm assuming. There we go. Is he in here by chance? Trandoshan Jedi Slayer, he's at level 42. I'm not really gonna bother killing him, I don't think. And deeper into the dungeon we go. That's one thing I really like about this game is how easy it is. Like, I can fight pretty much anything in the game without getting absolutely stomped. Unless I'm just that under-leveled. But most of the time it won't even like progress that far if it thinks you're too under-leveled. There we go. Another Jedi Slayer. I just want the leader, please. See in here. It looks like he is. Okay. This is the man I'm looking for. Oh. Okay. You wounded my pack, killed our warriors, now you come here with blood on your hands. I do. Defeat this one for the scorekeeper, think of the reward. Wait, the soft thing deserves my ear? Why do you approach the mighty Severick?
Your gang's more powerful than all the other grunts in this wing. I could use your strength. Fight me, and you get a chance to defeat the greatest prey on Belsavis. But if I win, your pack must agree to serve the Empire.
Ah, a fearless one. I will enjoy crushing you. If you win, we kneel, but if you lose, SL takes trophy. The nose, no, the hand. Okay. Any final words, soft skin?
At least give me a snack, something tasty. Oh, and a strong drink.
Foolish soft thing. Enough. Watch us, scorekeeper. Who's the scorekeeper? You never explained that to me. Actually, I already know, because I've played enough of this game to know about the scorekeeper, but still. We're steamrolling him. Poor guy.
I've proven my strength. Now serve the Empire. Help us keep the other alien prisoners in line.
We have shamed my pack in the eyes of the scorekeeper, but the fight was fair. We will serve.
Prove your strength against the other aliens, and your goddess will take notice. Captain Van Dorn, the Trandoshans have agreed to police the aliens.
Magnificent. I'll send troops to make sure those scaly fiends obey.
Slave the scum, show them respect. Well, I mean, I don't necessarily think they need shown respect since they're prisoners, so...
Fit the lizards with shock collars. If they step out of line, light them up.
Pain us if you must. We are bound to obey.
Smart lizard. With those scoundrels on our side, we'll have this wing secure in no time. I'm sending an Imperial team out to toss their base and search for contraband. I'll keep you in mind if anything turns up. Meanwhile, you're needed in the maximum security wing. I hear Operation Group 3's managed to awaken one of Belsavis's sleeping monstrosities there. Help Colonel Grang contain whatever broke loose. The Empire would appreciate it. Van Dorn, out.
Come. I can work with this. So I need to get there. Our nearest travel point isn't really that close. Oh no, it is. Imperial Frontline Camp. Sweet. I just didn't see it. Okay. He's over here. Hello there.
Excuse me, Colonel Grang's saying some words for the fallen.
Sergeant Harral was a good soldier. He fought like a true Imperial, and he died a hero.
Yes, sir. We have company.
Pardon the mess, my lord. Lost most of my unit to a bunch of crazed aliens. You're looking at all that's left of Operations Group 3.
You're being vague, Colonel. What species are we talking about?
I've no idea. Looks like we stumbled on some uncharted freaks.
Oh, nice.
Our mission was to clear the path for the Dread Master's rescue. That meant bringing prisoners to keep the Republic busy. My team broke vaults open. We unleashed something awful. Vicious aliens, armed and out for blood. There's no record of their existence.
Turn these creatures against the Republic, and our problems are solved.
We tried herding them, but they're too smart. Broke loose and went berserk. That's when we discovered their prison records.
Oh, nice.
Found references to Eshka, an ancient conqueror species locked up for thousands of years. Details are still unclear.
This alien scum's out of the military's league, my lord. I'd be grateful if you could wipe them out.
Years of imprisonment have made them hungry. I'll break their resolve.
Thank you, my lord. Those brutes don't know what they're in for. You'll find the Eshkar in their prison vault. Search the place. We can't risk missing any.
Okay. Another mission. Yay. Okay. Basically, we need to go over here.
Travel route is confirmed.
We're gonna do like maybe one more mission here. I'm not doing a super long stream today, because I've been doing a lot of long streams recently, and I don't think I need that right now. However, this should be a good one that we can at least finish. I'm hoping we at least finish it. Next time we play this, I'll have already leveled up to level 50. I'm gonna just play while I'm not streaming, so you guys don't have to watch the grind. It's not as fun as it looks. Well, it's fun to play. I like to play the grind. I don't mind that part. The part that I mind is I'm trying to grind, and grinding just doesn't go well with my stream style. So it's one of those things I can't make a square fit into a triangle. A square fit in a triangle-shaped hole. So I figure my best bet here is to just not stream grindy stuff without having at least a topic to talk about. Because I could play it and talk with at the same time, I think, but still. It's just I don't have the right topics in mind for streaming while I'm... The right topics to talk about on stream, that is. Having a topic is probably the most important piece, I would say. At least for me. Topics are hard, true. Well, it's one of those things, I could sit here and talk for a really long time, I'm sure. It's about getting the right topic and the right crowd. And then just hoping that a crowd does show up. Like, I don't mind streaming when there's nobody there, but it's hard to talk constantly through a grind and then just talk to nobody. That's the hard part. If you're not talking, if you're at least talking to somebody, you can at least improvise some conversation points. Otherwise, you gotta have it planned out for what you're gonna be talking about for the entire stream, basically. Okay. Apparently this one's actually, like, really far away. I have a feeling this isn't gonna be the last part of the mission, either. Sometimes these levels are really easy, and sometimes they take forever. This one's one of those that takes forever, I feel like. Now, it doesn't help that I have, like, I had 4 going on right when I got here. That really didn't help. Alright. Recruited killer. Let's go. We're playing Old Republic. It's never over. True. It's always a long process, no matter how long it's supposed to be. It will always be a long process. Yep, it's never that easy. Guess I gotta kill all these guys? Yeah, that's basically all I gotta do. Bing, let me tell you a story of what just happened in like the last 20 to 30 minutes. I would love to hear this. I would love to hear this. Please do tell. Okay, so for context, the person I said the thing about his name is Kaylin. Okay. Name underscore JPEG. Or I'm not gonna begin to try to pronounce that one. But yeah, okay.
You're not dead.
Please do share the details. Okay, did I not clear out this room? I need to find the control console. Okay. So anyway, I was playing Minecraft with her for like the last few hours, and she was on the PS4, and her family was around. Oh dear. Okay. And then what happened? Their stepdad comes up and basically talks to me, like, make sure she doesn't step out of line, and then he left, and then came back later to say... I want to go on a movie date with Kaylin. And I was like, okay. I guess. The end. So basically, you didn't even have to worry about setting up the date. The man, the stepdad just stepped in, quite literally, and just was like, hey, do you want to go on a movie date? That was the weirdest call I've ever been in. It only gets weirder from here. It only gets weirder from here in Unreal. But GG's, you've successfully made it in there. Bro, he said he'd pay for it too, but only this first time. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, okay. What would you like to do? Oh, no. Thaw the murderers or thaw the agitators? Well, I mean, I was sent here to thaw out the murderers, I'm pretty sure. So, you got the dad's permission. Basically, bro, and I didn't even ask. You're winning. You're winning right now. Like, I don't think you understand. This is the... You didn't even have to ask. You've already gotten approval. You've already gotten... I mean, the man's literally basically asking you at this point. You won. You're in the end game now, basically. Your stepdad seems like the kind of guy to beat me up. So this could also be a trap. I've met him before, too. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
A few psychopaths should keep the Republic awake at night.
My role was the beer guard, because I sat by the cooler. That's awesome. That's wonderful. I just let out a whole bunch of murderers. They look more like Jedi to me.
I hope you're proud. Your time on Belsavis is up.
Words, lawman. Well, that's why he liked you, assuming you did the job right. That's true. That's a valid point. That is a valid point.
You have anything to back that up?
Listen close. I've been serving reality to slime like you for near 20 years. So let me make this perfectly clear. You've made a mistake. Time to pack up and fly home.
Mistake? Me?
You got my attention.
Good night, Unreal. Enjoy the pondering. Enjoy it while it lasts. I'm not going to be live very much longer. Actually, I'm going to end stream early tonight. But thanks for popping in and sharing some life experiences. So let's see, where are we going? We need to go to Lord Medishas. I think that's how you pronounce their name. I don't know. So to get there, we're just gonna go to the Imperial Lodgement. And that's probably where we'll end up ending off. We'll raid. And then, yeah, we'll just chill for the rest of the night, I think, because the game, I thought I was ready, but I was not ready for the rest of the story elements that I thought I was. You make mistakes and you learn from them, right? Alright, let's see what this guy wants me to do.
There was only enough power to thaw the best prisoners. I unleashed the worst murderers I could find.
The convicts were violent before. With psychopaths at the helm, there's no telling what crimes they'll commit. Ruger will not be pleased.
I fear no one.
Still, you shouldn't ignore him. Ruger's tamed the most violent, overcrowded prisons in the galaxy, and it's time we end his career. The only thing keeping us from his throat are the force fields guarding his base. Luckily, a mad Deveronian prisoner, Golan, has the key.
Golan will surrender the key. He has no choice.
The Deveronian may see things differently. He knows the key is valuable, plus he's trained in the Force and highly violent. The Republic tried executing him 4 times. That's when they shipped him to Belsavis. Now Golan thinks he can't die. He's refusing to hand over the key to Ruger's guard station.
Okay, well maybe he'll listen to me.
I can be very persuasive.
You can try talking to him, but he's more the rip-your-arms-off type. Be ready when you approach. Golan roams near the resettlement camps, in the open areas where wise inmates leave him alone. Make your way there. The longer we delay, the more likely Ruger will change the lock frequency on the security fields.
Okay. So that's what we're going to call it for tonight. I'm going to do a lot of these quests off camera because they're all grind. So when we come back maybe next week, if we're doing this next week, hopefully I'll be at level 50 and we can start our next level of quests or next level story, I mean, because I don't want to bore you guys with the boring stuff of the gameplay. I just want to give you guys the meat. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it off here tonight, which was kind of the plan anyway. I kind of wanted to do a shorter stream today. It'll help me get in bed a little bit better on time. But we're gonna raid because I'm not inhumane. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. You guys will get channel points if you join in the raid. So, please consider doing so. Let's see. I gotta love the hype emote. It's actually a decent emote. Okay. So I feel like I owe it to Virus. We tried to raid him yesterday. And right when he was ending, I ended. And so essentially, I raided him and he may or may not have tried to raid me at the same time. It was an awkward time, but we're gonna raid him this time. He's also getting ready to go to TwitchCon, so wish him luck, I guess. I don't know what all entails at TwitchCon, just, you know, join in the raid, gets your channel points, you can lurk, it's fun. They're playing Valorant right now. So if that's your thing, great. If it's not your cup of tea, that's okay. But I'll see you guys over there. Thank you guys for watching. It was fun while it lasted. Just not quite what I was hoping for. That's okay, though. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.